Hey guys, welcome back to another video over here on the Chinese Zodiac and Horoscope. Today we're going to be doing a reading for you guys born in the year of the dragon. We have missed Karmic Wednesdays. We were really busy yesterday, so I have had to do it this morning, and I will be doing the snake and of course the sheep and the horse at some point as well, hopefully today. You'll have to bear with me over the summer because it is relatively busy, but we will get on with it as soon as we can. It is best to hit that subscribe button because you never know what day it's going to be at the moment, because I am extremely busy. But we're here now, so let's get this reading for all my lovely dragon friends. Let's shuffle these up. Let's stop about there. And let's take that one from the bottom, that one from the middle, and that one from the top. What have we got? Okay, so we've got two whites and a black. Obviously, we've got these two whites here now, which makes us always feel a little bit like, yay, we got some positives, there's some positives coming in, but white isn't always all right, as I always try to stress, and black isn't always an attack. It all depends on the compatibility of the cards when we flip them over. So, where are we at? We've got a catalyst card. We've got some change incoming, some change that's going to come in quite fast and quite quickly. Now, for a dragon, that's not a big issue. For a dragon, that isn't much of a problem. You can deal with change. You may not like it, but you can deal with change quite well. You're adaptable. The rabbit, that's going to come in fast. It's going to come in quick. Doesn't mean it's going to be something that you're unprepared for. It just means that it's going to happen relatively quicker than most people could probably cope with. But you're going to be fine, I think. That change is going to be something that potentially you're waiting for, or something you've been waiting on, or it could even be something that you've instigated yourself, and that's why it's happening so fast. Now, rabbits and dragons, they can be compatible. There isn't a big amount of hostility or resentfulness there. There's no real clashes. If anything, with a rabbit and a dragon, they can make a good team. So I'm seeing this as a relatively good step forward. I think you're moving in the direction in which you're supposed to be, which is good, but you're being influenced. I can feel that there's this influence here where you're feeling obliged to move with that change, maybe because it is out of your control, maybe because there's nothing you can do about it, or maybe it is because it's instigated by you, but you aren't going to be able to move away from this. This is going to suck you in. You're going to get roped into this, and you're going to have to deal with it. Right now, you could be looking at confrontation. You could be looking at maybe some sort of direct conflict, but you're avoiding it. You're avoiding it very tactfully. You're kind of like, you know what? This is not for me. If I get drawn into this, then I'm going to be tarnished with this kind of, I don't know, with this image of being hostile, with this image of being kind of just, you know, confrontational or out for the attack, out for that kind of thing. And that's not what you want. That's not what you're trying to do. If anything, this change that's coming in is making you realise that there are things that you need to do on a more sort of low down scale, where you're not so in everybody's face, or you're not, you know, being that breathing fire dragon that you are. The change isn't necessarily a bad thing, but what you're going to go through because of it potentially could upset a few people. You just need to remember who you are. Remember who you are. Dragons for dragons, I mean, again, not a bad clash. There isn't much conflict between dragons because they respect each other. They respect each other, and they know that they're both strong people, so they tend to just stay out of each other's way, and they don't tend to, you know, create conflict within each other, because it would be carnage, and I think they recognise that. We've got this white dragon here, and it's a karmic card. If you want to know more about the catalyst and the karmic cards, then hit that subscribe button, because we will be doing videos on those in the future. But it is a karmic card. It is in the white, so we are looking at a good kind of, I want to say a good phase as we come in, a good kind of, a good week, good things are going to happen. There is benefits to be had here. It could definitely be worse right now, and I think you're getting rather excited about something. Not obsessed, maybe fanatical. Maybe you're getting a little bit, you know, drawn into this change or whatever it is you're going through, and it is something that you're actually enjoying quite a lot. It's something that you're wanting to hold on to. So you're holding on to that. You're moving into it. You're pushing forward with it. I think right now as well, you've got to remember that you are just power. You are strength. You are speed. And that is going to upset people that aren't able to keep up with you. I think right now you are ready to take on the world. You are ready to take back your place. You are ready to basically say, you know what, this is me. And who I am is what I am, and if you don't like it, then that's up to you. And I think this is good because you're recognizing who you are. You're starting to believe yourself again. You're starting to trust inside yourself again. You're starting to have that confidence with yourself again. You're boosting that sort of like self-esteem up because of whatever changes you've had to go through and whatever you're enduring. I think right now the dynamic is basically you've noticed that these changes are happening and you can take full advantage of it. You've just had to have the sort of the balls to do so, to have that courage to do so. You've had to be brave enough to actually take on that kind of change and say, Joe, I can roll with this. I can roll with the punches. This is quite good for me, because you can take advantage of what is going on, and that's exactly what you're going to do. Not necessarily in a manipulative way or, in a way of getting what you want, but you can definitely turn a negative into a positive. And I think that's potentially what you're doing here with this Catalyst card, where it may be a change that's happening and it may be out of your control, but you can recognize where the positives are and what you can get from it. Unfortunately, look at that. We've got that black dragon there, and that black dragon, that's frustration. That's sort of losing it a little bit. That's you getting a bit angry. That's getting agitated. That's you getting a little bit on the uptight side. And I think it's because you didn't really realise that these two cards here weren't necessarily setting you up for a win, but they were more setting you up for a lesson. We've got karmic energy all over the place right now, and catalyst energy. So we've got changes, we've got shifts. I'm pretty sure retrograde is now on its way as well. So this potentially could affect you quite a lot, where you're now starting to get agitated and frustrated with the fact that this change came in fast. Lots of things are happening and changing quickly. Lots of things that are sweeping you off your feet and taking you by surprise, and you're adapting to it. Yes, you're taking advantage of it, but at the same time, you've got to let things go. You've got to burn some bridges. You've got to move on from some things. There's some stuff that you're holding on to. There's some stuff that you're holding on to that you cannot let go. You cannot be without. And I think if you were to be without it, you'd feel a bit lost and empty, even if it is negative, even if it is a burden to bear, even if you're carrying around the weight of past relationships or carrying around the weight of regrets and guilt and remorse. All of this you could let go, and you should let it go, but you're not, because you're kind of dependent on it. If you didn't have that, you probably wouldn't feel as enthusiastic as you do, or as confident as you do, because it's that gives you the power. It's that gives you this sort of need to do better, this want and desire to be progressive and productive. I think right now you are very close to burning a few bridges and just losing it because you need to. This change and this dragon here are moving you forward. You're moving forward from this bullcrap, basically, and you're going to burn it all down as you go. And why not? Because you'd rather see a smouldering mess of ash and smoke than seeing the folly of which has become what is around you. And that's what it is. It's a lot of I want to say, like, trivial stuff, silliness, stupidness that doesn't necessarily make any sense. It's just happening. It's just happening around you, and you can see above that. You've got a higher perspective. You've got like this way of seeing things completely differently to other people. And that's what's pushing you forward. That's your drive. But you can't stay in that space, because there are some things that just don't belong there. And that's down to you. That's your karmic kind of responsibility. You've got to come in with that dragon power, with that dragon strength. And you need to say it how it is. You need to be blunt. You need to be bold. You need to be brazen. You need to be brutal. You need to just be like, look, listen to this. Listen to me now. This is how it is. If you don't like it, well, you don't have to be around me. You don't have to be in my space. And I think that's how you need to be. You need to be ruthless, my lovely dragon friends, because if you're not, then people are going to start trying to take advantage of you. And that is a very stupid idea on their behalf. But you need to be vigilant, my lovely dragon friends. And we'll find out how we get on with that next week when we come back and do another reading for my lovely dragon friends. I'll be back later on with a reading for the snake people and potentially the horse and the sheep people. So if you're interested, I will see you then. If not, then I'll see you next week, hopefully on Karmic Wednesday, when we come back and do another reading for the dragon people. Thanks for watching, guys. Love and peace.